this Hubud. Hubud is on zero pressure. We're not center line to center line, right? When we did the Lap Sao Bong Sao, you see how our arms are always on the center line, right? When we did the sequential stuff in the beginning, both our arms are on the center line, always straight down the middle versus his straight down the middle. So whoever dominates that space first wins. Problem with that is you can't do that with weaponry. You can't do that with edge weapons in specific. And Filipino arts is based on weaponry, the edge weapon in specific. So we have to, when we see something attacked on a center line, we don't meet it. We greet it. See you later, brother. Okay, make sense? That's negative pressure, meaning we're off center line. Zero pressure becomes because I have one in, one out. Here's what I mean. Do you know how to do chi sao a little bit, or at least the hand position? Okay, both hands are in, right? Okay, Lap Sao Bong Sao, both hands are in, but we're both doing something with something, okay? Hubud is one in, one out. Think in X's here. So let me go through this real quick. This is an angle one, over the right shoulder, down the left hip. Angle one. Angle one. Okay, so I'm going to show you guys angle one Hubud. I feed this, don't do anything, as if, just for visual reference, like I'm judo chopping him right in the neck. That's how I feed it. I don't feed it like I'm trying to pinch his nipple. I feed it nice and high, and I feed it towards like his collarbone, because it's better for him. Okay? So I feed this line, Martin stops. Okay? One in, one out, one in, one out. All right? He will wedge, or what we call raise, meaning get my hand off of his arm by raising to the ceiling. Trap, he will pak sao it down. We just call it trap, okay? And feed the angle one. And now we're on the other side. So 1, 2, 3. Raise, slap, and hit. What happens to my alignment to Martin? Yeah, you see how I'm always changing? When I'm feeding the one, I'm on one side of the line. Okay, go ahead. When I'm responding, right now I'm kind of centered, but I'm working my way to the other side of the line. Right here. Does that make sense? Okay, so real slow. I feed the one. He makes stoppage, forearm to forearm. Okay? He raises, meaning the wedge that you guys have already done in several drills, basically. Okay? Then he traps my elbow down, just like the pak sao. Then he feeds me the one, and now we're at the beginning of the cycle again. Let's turn this way so that way they can see different perspective. He feeds the one, I stop, I get away from this. You got a knife? Can I steal a knife?
What? Some knife.
Well, why would I do that? Can't I just put my arm up and stop him? Yeah, I can stop him that way. Reverse grip. Boom, what happened? Okay? That's why you don't stay on center line. I know that his attack is coming down that line, so I have to get off of that line. Okay? In the tactical firearms community, this is my other side of the business, we call that getting off the X. X marks the spot. That's where you're going to get creamed out. Get off the X. I'm on the X. I know where his attack's going. I have to get off of that X. Okay? We raise because if I go across my face on this thing and just do this, what do I do to his blade? I'm just not doing things right today, am I? Okay? So I raise so it goes over my head. I trap because I want this thing to not come back out and back fist me with this blade. Imagining I have that same blade, that same configuration, now I try to feed my guy in, and Martin says, not today, okay? Make sense? And then he would raise. Thanks. Get it? We're constantly afraid of this guy. I could take a punch. I don't know, you guys are getting punctured in the face. I have not. Not something I want to experience. Okay, so off of that X. Make sense? Get off that X, get off that X, get off that X. Inside of here, who's done Hubud? So, some of you guys? I want you to partner with people who have not done Hubud, okay? I need your help because this gets a little complicated. Here's what I want you to understand about Hubud in specific. Often people, just don't go anywhere. Often people say that it's a bullshit drill because it's all defense, okay? Meaning it's all defensive. Well, you're stopping, you're raising, you're slapping, and then you're hitting. So you got 4 movements going on and only 1 hit. That's bullshit too. They don't understand it. Here's my first defense. I'm not doing anything. I'm just poking the fucker in the eye, okay? Here's my second one. Still defense. I'm still not doing anything. I'm still poking the fucker in the eye, okay? Here's my third one. I'm still poking the fucker in the eye, and then I'm hitting him. That is 100% offense. Make sense? So people who, I mean, this is a training method. I keep this light. I keep my weapons out of the game because that gives us a margin of error for training, right? He slips, I slip, somebody moved too close forward, right? Nobody likes this, okay? So we just take those things out and we work the lines. But for somebody to say, yeah, it's just patty kick, man, all you're doing is all defense all the way through, and they're doing this kind of thing, no footwork, and they're like, well, Hubud's bullshit? It is. The way you're doing it is bullshit. Okay, so move. Remember that footwork and that base that I showed you guys? Okay, yep. Yeah, that's it. Okay, and inside of here, we can change angles later on. Okay, we can bring in all kinds of things. We can bring in our trapping side of things. Okay, we can bring in that lop sao bong sao, our switches. Yep, I can bring in weaponry side of things. Makes sense? We can have fun with this. It's a bullshit drill, don't do it. Okay, so let's start with that basic shell, angle 1. Stop, raise, slap, hit. Are you getting that? Give it a go.